This is 13 life hacks that will definitely change your life for the better. The first one is love yourself. Loving yourself is probably the most important thing that you can do in order to live your best life. The second one is constantly see yourself as having and living the life you desire. When you do this, what you'll find is that everything in your world will start to become better by seeing yourself, envisioning yourself in having the home you want, the life you want, the spouse you want, the girlfriend you want, the money you want, all of that good stuff. As you think about it, as you make it a part of your being, then it will slowly start to materialize and become a part of your existence. Number 3, continuously work on your physical and mental well-being. So this is ultimately about you needing to be in shape to take care of your physical, your mind, your body, so that you're able to enjoy life. Because life is all about enjoyment. Life needs to be all about enjoyment. Life is a long thing. I mean, whether you live, 100 years or 80 years or whatever the case may be, that is a long time not to really truly experience life and all the joys that it has to offer. So we want to make sure that we're as healthy as we possibly can be so that we can enjoy our life to its utmost. 4 is place yourself first. For a lot of people, that sounds very selfish, and it's absolutely not. If you don't place yourself first, if you don't take care of you first in all of the ways that we've just mentioned, then there's literally nothing that you're really going to be able to do for anybody else. Everything that you do for somebody else, if you don't place yourself first, will be a half measure. You want to make sure that you are taken care of, that you have everything that you need to succeed and thrive in life, and then you're able to give from your overflow. The next one is number 5. Do what makes you happy. So if you notice, all of these kind of roll into one another. Do what makes you happy is saying that you don't have to leave your job or anything of that nature, even if your job doesn't make you happy at this point. But start taking on the things that make you happy, the things that give you joy in life. And then eventually, you may find yourself not needing that particular job anymore. Because if you do what makes you happy, you're going to be able to possibly develop a business around that. A lot of people do. They're professional, skateboarders. That's something that makes them happy. It brings them joy. Professional swimmers, think about it. There are professions that oh my God, there's a guy on YouTube, or many people on YouTube, that play games all day, and they make tens of millions of dollars a year because they're doing what makes them happy. So just keep that in mind. Do what makes you happy. And I believe that if you do so, and you put all the other things that we've already talked about in line with that, then you will definitely have a better life. Number 6, only give from your overflow. Once again, all of this stuff, if you notice, comes together, right? So all of it, from 1 to number 6, and quite frankly, all of the rest of them come together, and they all work together synergistically. So if you only give from your overflow, simply put, don't give out more than you have. Don't give out more time, effort, energy, your money than you have to give. Only give from, if you have, $50 and you give somebody 25 of it, you're both broke. Okay? So you want to make sure that if you're giving away any amount of money, any amount of time, that you're doing it from time that you literally have nothing to do in that period of time, right? You're not spending that time focusing on things that you need to do for you. You're just giving from your overflow. And if it's money, you want to make sure that you're really able to meet all of your bills, all of your obligations, being able to take care of your family first, your immediate family first. and yourself. And then after all of that, if you have some extra, then you can give it out. Far too many of us are caretakers. We have that caretaker mentality. And so we're constantly trying to help other people at our own detriment. And you can no longer do that in life if you want to excel, if you want to succeed in life. So I know it sounds a little selfish to some people, but it is so, so important to make sure that you take care of yourself first, and then your family, and then your immediate family, and then anything external from that. And it always has to come from your overflow. Number 7 is don't try to save anyone that's not trying to save themselves. And so we've all had experience with that, whether it's somebody that we're dating, married to, a family member, where we're constantly trying to help somebody do better. Somebody trying to, it doesn't matter what their issue is. It could be they're constantly broke. They're constantly in need of something. They could have an addiction. They could have whatever is going on. But what we have found is that you cannot help a person until they're ready to help themselves. So if a person is an alcoholic, let's say, then that person is not going to want your help, or even if they ask for your help, it's not going to be of any real value to them until they have chosen to take steps, until they have chosen to go to AA or start, living a better lifestyle. Then you can come in and you can help them in earnest, and it will typically reap better rewards. So just think about it before you jump out and just start helping somebody. I think it would be to their advantage, and definitely to your advantage. Number 8, live as if today is your last. So I have tried to take that to heart and live a lifestyle and a mindset that, today could be my last day. Realistically, we don't know. So for instance, in my family, I had a brother that was driving home from work. A drunk driver hit him in a much bigger car, and his life was over. And he had what I would consider to be a good life. So you just never know when things are going to happen, right? So you want to make sure that you're trying to live your best life every day. Let's see here. The next one is number 9, and that is work on leaving a legacy in name and financially. So working on leaving a legacy in name and financially just simply means to me that you want to make sure that when you leave this earth, that no one has any negative things to say about you, that you've left a name for yourself, that people, when they do think about you, that they're thinking in positive terms. And financially, we want to make sure that we leave something for our loved ones, our children, our spouse, whomever it is that we care about. So pretty simple on that one. Number 10 is meditate, create time for daily reflection. So this one is one that I believe is very important because it helps you center yourself. It helps you bring all the other things that we've talked about in line. So really consider doing that. Number 11 is never treat people like crap until they prove themselves to be crappy. So with that said, it's pretty simple. I believe that you benefit greatly from treating people well. I believe that a lot of my success, a lot of the things that I've had happen to me for the positive in my life is because I've chosen to treat people very well. Now, once they've proven themselves not to be worthy of that, then at that point in time, I cut them off, period. Because what I've come to realize is that hanging on to people that don't serve you is not good for you. It's not good for your mental, and then which means that it's not good for you in your physical ultimately, because it creates stress in your life. So never treat people like crap until they prove themselves to be crappy. Number 12, create mind movies of the life you desire. I've been doing that for a while now. I was listening to this Kevin Trudeau program It's called Your Wish is Your Command. And so that was one of the things that they were discussing in that program, and I found it to be really amazing, because I started telling myself that, literally multiple times a day, how happy I am, how pleased I am with my life, how great my life is. And then once it kind of sunk into my brain, I really realized, man, it works, because I'm a very happy person. I have very few stresses. I have very few issues. I have very few, things that most people deal with in a negative manner. I don't have that, because I just don't accept it, to be honest with you. And so once I stopped accepting it, then quite frankly, it just started falling off. People that were negative, they just started falling off. Things that didn't work for me, they just started falling off. So in short, just keep that in mind. You want to you just try to think of things that make you happy, and live in that moment, in that time. And then once you do that, even the things that are just regular in life become better. That's been in my experience anyway. Number 13, 13 is be yourself, but be willing to change. And so that is a very important one to me, because what I have learned is that I always want to be me. I always want to be, me, because I make me happy. But when I take in new information that can make me better, if I buy a program or I listen to someone that has more knowledge than myself, I will take that in and use out of it whatever it is that I can, so that way I can improve myself and be better. So anyways, that's 13 of them, and I hope that you're able to get something positive out of them. And I really believe that if you use all 13 of those in your life, you will absolutely change your life for the better. So this video is over. Thank you so much. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel, The Spiritual Onion. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next time. Take care.